Welcome to Body Mansion. I am the butler, Did It. 1 to 5 murders will be committed here this weekend, and it's up to you to solve them.
So, 5 murders are going to take place tonight, Allison.
That's horrible. You should call the police.
I could do that, or you can solve their deaths.
Well, that's mean, but okay.
I bought the Clue VCR game at a secondhand store a long time ago, and we're going to play it.
It's a VCR game. On the VCR.
And it's got more Clue characters than in the regular game. And they're all bad actors, so this is going to be fun.
I look forward to this.
They're worse than us.
That was a joke about our acting ability.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yep. See, when he said thanks for explaining that, he was being sarcastic about it. Here's how you play it. Got your little booklet here, and that'll give you the rules. It's got Mr. Did It, fuck it guy there with the
Mr.
VHS
Did It.
tape.
He's like, I didn't do it, except that I'm guilty as fuck.
Okay, and it's got like your little rule book in there, but most of it's going to be explained in the actual thing.
For those of you who don't know what a VHS is, this is what it is. And the magnetic tape goes through the magnetic reader player, and it produces a picture that goes to your TV, and you see the video, and you have to play, stop, and rewind it. So that's why I put it on the computer instead for when we played this, so that I wouldn't have to rewind a tape.
You may know it as a fancy paperweight.
Mm-hmm.
You have different Clue cards with different colors.
Yeah, the blue ones are the easiest difficulty, red hardest, and then you also had cards that were your player cards and your action cards.
So these are the suspect cards. They will show you different characters that you will play. And the investigation cards are the gray backs, and those give you different things that you can do. Different questions and actions that you can do in the game. You also fill out fact sheets. We have an example here of one of the fact sheets where you fill out different information about, what you know about the people, what you know about what weapons they used, where it was, different clues that you found, what scene they're in. And you write it down, and that's how you keep track of everything. You also have a cool red doohickey that helps you read the ending of the different scenario that you're playing. And they have the different scenarios here.
Holy shit! That's how that works.
Alright, here's who you're going to be playing as. You have Colonel Mustard, was with the Royal Fusiliers in India, now retired. He has busied himself since as a big game hunter, or so he says. Professor Plum teaches chemistry at a non-accredited college. On the side, he does research in undetectable poisons. Madame Rose is the late Mr. Body's sister and only known relation. She's an amateur medium with occasional psychic powers, which she'll never use. Mr. Green claims to be a businessman, but refuses to discuss the business he's in. He has never attended charm school. Monsieur Brunette is allegedly French, allegedly Mr. Body's lawyer, and allegedly needs the eye patch he's wearing. Allegedly. Sergeant Gray is a local policeman, or at least he thinks he is. He suffers from amnesia and uncontrolled fits of temper. Mrs. Peacock has been a respectable married woman 14 times, all of her husbands dying under mysterious circumstances. Miss Peach seems to have arrived by accident. She's a crack shot, an expert knife thrower, and is proficient with blunt instruments, which is also something she does not do in the game. Miss Scarlet spends much of her time in exotic lands, and the rest of her time denying that she was ever there. A woman of oriental mystery. Mrs. White is colorblind. That's a big character thing. She's been the maid at Body Mansion for 25 years, and knows more than she should about everyone.
And they died!
And we could have stopped it. gonna go take a shit on them.
I'm gonna piss on their corpses. Here's
But,
a fact sheet. Print it off. Because I
gonna
don't have the original ones.
It's gonna be confusing, like, when you have a group that's more than 2 players, like, having to identify everyone. I mean, maybe it's easier.
Yeah, before you can make a guess, you need to identify who the other player is.
Yeah. And, you get, like, clues in the video segments and stuff, too.
Yeah. And, like, some of the actions are to, like, rewatch a scene and stuff, because, I mean, you're supposed to be watching the video parts of this and just trying to pick up on certain things.
I can't imagine this having a long shelf life on the VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
Well,
Don't use the pause button. That'll erode it.
That's why I ripped the VHS and we're just watching it off the computer.
Yeah.
Let's start this.
Alright.
Starting with a foot in the kitchen.
Ooh. Foot in the kitchen. Intro.
And matching shoes. Oh, and look, she's got
drinks
for them with all their colors on it.
Oh, because she's colorblind. Colorblind people do that. Yeah, it's in the little description thing that I read you did.
Oh.
This is why it's colorblind. That's why she's got different colored shoes. It's funny, because colorblind people are incapable of doing things.
Yeah, but I was laughing as the drinks all being their colors.
Yeah, well,
Which one's she gonna take? The blue one? Surprise! Oh, I'm just cleaning a gun! You're really...
Colonel Mustard?
How'd she appear there? She was on the other side of the room. This white killed everyone. She can teleport.
I think it was, Butler did it.
White wine.
She did it again! White wine? But she just put, like, food coloring in all their white wines. White wine. But I put food coloring in for all.
Mr. Green.
She keeps coming in on the left-hand side. Is that for her?
Professor Clown.
No, thank you, Mrs. White.
Oh.
Subtle!
What time is it?
There's no clock in here.
And what does that sound?
Sorry, I'm timing a roast.
Seems like a
Well, I don't
public
trust her,
access.
that's all I have to say. You don't think we're having roast?
Not
Not her.
That body woman.
Madam Rowe.
Yes. Don't you think it's strange that she should invite us back here so soon after her brother's murder?
Poor Mr. Body. Police never did find out who killed him.
Don't have a clue. Could have been
Oh,
anyone.
Mr. Body, police never did find out who killed.
Good. I suppose you're wondering why I invited you all back so soon after my poor brother's death.
Never gave us a thought.
But she's...
I'm anxious to hold a seance. Communicate with his
Oh, this is
spirit.
Miss Rose.
I got bringing
Madam
back
Rose.
all his old
Whatever.
friends. Oh, there is another reason I almost forgot. The lawyer.
Lawyer.
What lawyer?
Monsieur Brunette, the lawyer.
Monsieur.
Sorry to be late.
Sorry to be late.
Allegedly French, allegedly means that iPad.
Allegedly.
Irregularity. You see, I assume everyone here knows each other. No strangers.
No strangers.
No, strangers. Good. Look at the camera.
Hello there.
Oh,
It's
an uninvited stranger.
I was wondering if
She
you
just
had
fucked
used your
everything
phone.
up.
I seem to have got my silly self lost.
Oh, she's from the South.
Oh,
see, you got my silly self lost.
Pardon?
Like you're so
Yeah, it's kind of going into British there.
Sergeant Gray of the police.
Folks, the bridge is washed out. Total loss.
Washed out?
Somebody parked their car on it.
Oh, dear.
And what with the rickety timbers and the flood, looks like we're all stuck here for the weekend.
Welcome to Body Mansion.
Oh, he's got the game.
I'm
He's
the lawyer
cheating.
did it.
Oh.
1 to 5
Really?
murders will be committed here this weekend, and it's up to you to solve them.
Oh.
10 suspects are in the mansion. Some will be murderers. Some will be victims. I am never a victim or murderer.
Oh, okay.
Eat one.
No.
Eat one. They're
You watch
good.
this.
You're good!
Noogie!
No! Can you solve Phelous and Allison's murders? But neither of us are dead yet.
Yeah.
But you will be soon, and I'm neither a suspect or a victim.
We'll see about that.
Oh
You have just
no! I
witnessed the
don't
introduction.
think so.
If you already know how to
Butler
play, then get on
His
with
name's
it.
Did It. I shit you
Never
not.
played
Did it.
before. I've
Butler
prepared a
did it,
special
did it.
introductory
I'm
game
kidding.
based on the action you've just seen. The object of the game is to discover
second
who are the
family
murderers
or victim
and
or
victims,
murderer.
the room in which each murder took place, and which weapon was used.
Sure.
First thing, make sure everyone takes a sheet from the detective notepad. This fact sheet will help
Or
you
make
keep track
sure
what
you
learn
print
about
one
the
off from
suspects,
the internet.
room, and weapons. Just for this introductory game,
internet back
let's
in
forget
that
about
day.
the part on the left that says players.
Yeah.
That's
If
an
you run
exciting
out,
part of the
make
game,
sure to go on the
and I'll
internet
explain
and
that
print
later.
one off for your
Now we'll look up
VHS
the details
game.
in the casebook. We're going to play game one.
Oh.
Now let's see. Ooh, 3 murders. Busy, busy.
Oh,
Three victims,
busy.
three
Busy,
different
busy.
murderers,
Your
3 rooms,
casual
and 3
disregard
weapons.
for
That
life
means to solve this
sickens
case,
you.
you must complete the first 3 lines of this accusation.
Oh.
And to do that, you have to play the cards.
Hope he doesn't solve the
There
one
are
I
3
think I
kinds of
solved.
cards. The colorful clue cards, the
You
gray
better not,
investigation
fucker.
cards, and the black suspect cards.
Oh,
For this
that's
game,
Colonel
we'll use
Mustard.
only
I
the blue
suspect
clue
mustard.
cards and the investigation cards. Put all
Why
the
else would
other
he
cards
shoot?
away.
Maybe I
I'll
just want
explain them
mustard.
later. Shuffle the investigation and clue cards together and deal out 5 to each player. Stop the tape until you finish dealing.
Oh.
Thanks, jerk. We already looked that up.
The clue cards show facts numbered 1 to 6, each pertaining to a different mystery game. We are playing game 1, so only the fact numbered 1 on your clue
Game
cards
one.
will count for this game. At the end of each fact
Trying to
is a
tell
scene
us
number to
something.
which it refers. All the facts in game 1 refer to the introduction. If you
Game
remember what
one.
you've just seen, you can start to solve the mystery right now. Your fact sheet will help. Grab a pencil and we'll do it together.
We already got it.
I
Yeah.
have a fact that says the woman who wore the red dress committed murder with the knife. That was
Oh.
Miss Scarlet. She's a murderer.
Oh, we know
Her
this.
weapon was the knife. Now mark all that
Is a
down on
murder
your
with
fact
a
sheet.
knife, huh?
Now let's
He
try
just
another.
gave us something. Why are we even
The weapon
trying?
held by Mrs. Peacock
Fucking
was used to
ass.
commit murder in the kitchen.
She
Mrs.
did in the
Peacock
kitchen.
held the knife, so that means the knife was used in the kitchen. I can note that by connecting them. But if I know that Miss Scarlet used the knife and the knife was used in the
But we
kitchen,
don't know.
Scarlet committed murder in the kitchen. I can enter that right here on the accusation. Now, who was it she bumped off? Another fact. The man who smoked a cigar died in the room with the brown tile floor.
Yeah.
Green smoked a cigar, so he's a victim.
Oh.
Brown tile? I'll make a note till it comes to me. Of course, the kitchen. Green died in the kitchen.
We
That
get
makes him
it.
Scarlet's victim, and we've solved one of the 3 murders in this game. You grasp me the idea. Clue cards give you information. You want to keep them secret if you can. Investigation cards give you opportunities. Most investigation cards give you a choice of things to do. On some cards, there's something about personal identity facts. Ignore that just for now. Pick one of the other options instead.
No, I don't want to ignore it.
You might get to steal a clue card, any one you want from an opponent's hand.
Whose hand was
Or you
that?
might ask someone to give you a clue
Someone
card,
he
one that he
murdered.
or she selects.
Butler did it.
You might ask another player
I
to read a
didn't
fact
kill
aloud.
anyone,
or you
because
might
I
be forced to
said-
read one yourself.
I think
When you
you're
do
trying
read
to
a fact
lie to
aloud,
us.
state the scene to which it
Deceive
refers.
us, did it?
Clue cards that are read aloud become public evidence
Lying
and are
sack
taken
of
out of the
shit.
game. Keep them in the top of your game box. Anyone may look at
Murdered
them
them
at
all
any
and
time.
turned them into
Investigation
cards.
cards must be read, played, and then put face up in the discard pile. Some investigation cards let you bury clue cards from your hand by placing them in the discard pile with your investigation card over them. That's a good way to keep juicy facts secret for a while.
Juicy.
You also get the chance to replay a scene. In this game, there's only one scene, the introduction. But in the real games, there are 5 scenes full of information you might want to review. The game starts with the player on my left. If you have an investigation card, you must play it. If you're holding more than one, decide which you'll play first and which you'll hold to your next turn. If you don't have any investigation cards, then pick a new card from the stack. If it's an investigation card, play it right away. If it's a clue card, keep it and let the next player go. The only time you pick a card is when it's your turn to play and you have no investigation cards. When all the cards in the stack are gone, shuffle the discard pile and place it face down to make a new stack. When you think you've solved the mystery, wait till your next turn, then announce that you're ready to make an accusation. Use this special red filter to reveal the solution in the casebook. Now, if you're right, announce your findings and dazzle us all. If you're wrong, you're out of the game. Return your cards to the discard pile and be a good loser.
Why are we out of the game? Who kills us for getting it wrong? Did it?
The tape, and I'll fill you in on the suspect cards and your personal identities. Now, there's still 2 murderers on the loose.
Blackmail.
Player on my left, if you have an investigation card, use it. If you don't, pick a card from the pile. Now, stop the tape. It's time to play.
Stop the tape. I'm going to pause the video more like.
Okay.
Pause the AVI. You're watching on your computer. Oh shit, he knows!
Oh!
You ripped this, didn't you, on your computer?
Don't you know this
I am
VCR
very not impressed. Oh!
Don't you know this VCR game is copywritten? Oh.
Well, it's the same thing. No! I want you to be watching this on your VHS.
You stole it with your computer. You stole its soul.
Yeah. So
what do we do, like...
First thing we have to do on one of our turns is to play, our action gray cards.
Okay.
And we're, trying to get more clues on it.
What does it mean, bury?
Like, if you have a card that says you can bury one of your fat cards and you want to bury one of them under the discard pile, that's what you can do with the action card, if that's one of the options.
Oh. Read a clue card aloud.
Okay. No one was murdered in the room with the TV, nor in the room with the long table.
I wrote the wrong thing. Messed it up forever.
Read one of them aloud.
Read one of them aloud.
Yup.
Do. The weapon held by Colonel Mustard was used to murder Sergeant Gray in the hall. I want to replay the scene. Oh, that crazy colorblind hag. Or is this read a clue card aloud, or if you don't have any clue cards, steal one to read? So I would read a clue card aloud?
Yeah, I guess.
Why would I want to do that?
Because you have to.
Oh, so some of them you have to do?
Yeah, like you always have to play one of it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Alright, well, the last person to arrive was shot in a room that had flowered wallpaper.
I knew that. Doesn't help me at all. Pinches. I'm gonna bury some cards. Because otherwise it's to replay the scene, and I don't really need to do that right now, I think.
Give me a clue card.
We don't need these identity cards. They're not used for the intro. Okay, I'm gonna try to solve it.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Scarlet murdered Mr. Green in the kitchen with the knife. Professor Plum murdered Miss Peach in the library with the poison. Miss White murdered Sergeant Gray in the hall with the gun.
It's the same as mine, except I didn't have one.
We have to look at the
Yeah,
thing.
you have to use the red clue thing. Okay. Of course, I don't know. Maybe the last one's wrong. There's a clue that I have, but I'll see.
Let's see if I live or die. No, I got it right. Oh, see, probably not, but I got it right. Yeah.
Poop! Bitch!
I'm the champion of VCR game. In your face. Allison killed Phelous.
I win in the end.
The living room.
Shut up!
With
I
the
win.
pencil.
I win this one. Ignore him. I win it because he's dead. You can't prove you won, Clue VCR. I'll get rid of the tape.
Oh, Oh no, she can tape over it. It's VHS. Oh no. I just needed like who Plum killed. It's like I had poison written down for Plum before I got a card confirming it just because of the thing.
Yeah, I had everything except
I was
Mr.
guessing
Plum.
that. And then I got one of them said like,
there
that
was
someone
one-
got poisoned. And that was the one Plum had done, so it's like that filled me in.
Yeah, well, this one was the last woman to arrive was poisoned, and the last man to arrive was shot.
Yeah.
Let's be a more challenging one.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go to number 2. Hey, I got something for you.
What's the skull and crossbones mean?
It means it's good for you. Drink up.
Alright. Got something for you too.
Ooh, what's the knife mean?
It means healing.
Ooh.
Oh. Why?
Oh. Alright, so you take this, and you take this, and you take this, and you put them together, and you get Clue the VCR game.
Did it.
And that'll be the perfect bookend.